Well, good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Everything RV with Dave. I've made another move, and as you can see, I'm on my bicycle. I do like to ride. We left Davis Bayou Campground yesterday, and we made our way over towards New Orleans, and right now we are about 3 miles south of New Orleans, just across the Mississippi River, at a state park, and it's called Cygnet Bayou. And Cygnet Bayou is a state park, and it's not very expensive for being this close to being to New Orleans. And you can go about 4 miles and get on a ferry and take the ferry all the way across the Mississippi River, and it dumps you off right in the French Quarter. And I believe for us, I think we're going to stay here 3 days. It was very nice yesterday. It's a little cloudy today. It's a little cooler. It's right around 50 degrees, but it is cloudy and it looks like it may rain. But this may be my only time to go out here, do a little bit of videoing. So far, I really like this little campground. It's an older campground, so the big draw on this campground has to be that you are very close to New Orleans. You can visit New Orleans without spending a lot of money. So that's got to be a plus. Hopefully today we'll have a chance to go into New Orleans. Let's hope it doesn't pour down rain. But I do want to give you an opportunity to see this campground. First thing is that from out front where the sign was for this state park, it's probably, I want to say, it's probably a half a mile back to where the campground is. Yeah, and I see there's a car right behind me. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and do his little thing. There you go, he didn't follow me, that's good. It looks like they've got a little bit of construction there. I think they're fixing the one side of the bridge. Yeah, it's a little windy today. Sorry if you hear some wind, but it's kind of interesting. We're sitting so far below. If you look behind me, you see that wall? And I passed what looked like might have been some kind of a pumping station. And I know that the whole New Orleans area is below sea level, and they have to pump the water constantly to keep it from flooding. As I've been riding down through here, every so often I get a little spurt of a raindrop. So I hope it doesn't wash me out here. We're going to be at this campground today, tomorrow, and then leave here. And we're going to another place just north of the lake here at New Orleans. But we're going north to another state park for a couple days just to check it out. So watch for that video also. And because we can't go any further south, we're going to start heading west. And we're going to be heading towards Lake Charles, Louisiana. And hopefully, as we get through some of this cold spell, we'll end up getting 70 degrees. But I've got to say again, this is a lot better than up around the Pittsburgh area. They're in a deep freeze and snow. So I'm glad we're down here. And there's really only 2 loops here. It's really set up in like a figure 8. Let me stop here at the dump station to give you a little bit of a view. Here we are at the dump station, and it's just as you turn to come into the campground. And right there where the sign is, and it's cut out, that is the only dump. So in my case, I had to go in, turn around, and come back out because my dump is on the driver's side. If yours is on the passenger side, you'd have no problem just pulling in and dumping. But I think they did this purposely to make it so that it's easy to dump when you leave. So as you leave this area, you only go about 80 feet. There's a stop sign, and you can go straight, which goes around the loop that we're in, or you can take a right, which I'm going to do, and that will take you in the other side of the loop. That's number one. And they have a lot of these wooden structures, patios, if you might want to call them that. And I believe it's because of when it rains, this area carries water, holds water. And it gives you an opportunity to step out of your camper and not be stepping into the water. They do have some very nice bathrooms here. I was very impressed with the bathrooms. And again, this is a state park, and it's an older state park. And it's not overly large, but it's not bad for what you're getting. You know, close to New Orleans, and it is quiet. I mean, last night was absolutely perfect. There's number 15 is a nice site. And most of these sites are pretty deep. And again, this is what I would call swamp country. This is down on the bayou. Now, I stated before about, I think it's called the Algiers Ferry, which takes you right over to the French Quarter. It costs $2 per person. You have to have the correct change. They don't make change. They don't take credit cards. And, you know, if you have two people, it's $4 to go across. So if you went into New Orleans with your vehicle, then it costs you $20, $25 just to park. So that's basically that end of the loop. We're just about through that part. And we're up to 40. There's 41. She says, I want to run with him. She wants to run with me, huh? Beautiful dog. How you doing? Good. Number 49 is a nice site. So we're coming around to 54. So 54, and now that ends that side of the loop. Now we're coming over to 55. Nice little site, nice site. They're pretty busy in here. This is during the week. At 58's a nice site. I like his little boardwalk. Looks like there's been some trees uprooted, probably because of the heavy winds, maybe a tornado, who knows. And it's nice they make a couple of these little parking places for people that maybe can't fit all the way into their site. That was nice. That's a thought process, isn't it? All these sites are 30 and 50 amp. I've got 50 amp with water, no sewer, because they do have the dump station. But for right around $30 a night, I believe it is. It's not bad. 75's got a little slope going down to the back. The mantis, a little tent on top. There's Ruffy. How you doing today? And now we're coming around. There's 82, which is a handicap site. 83 is a handicap site. 84. All these are right by the bathhouse. There's 86. There's the Flagstaff. It's in 87. So that's a little look at Cygnet Bayou. And it's a nice little state park. If you enjoy these little videos, please reach down there in the right-hand corner and hit the subscribe button. It absolutely helps my channel. And I will see you on the next video.